Overcoming life challenges and feeling lost and alone when you're trying to heal, when you're down in life, concludes this series. Let's begin today by talking more about feeling lost and confused. When we say to ourselves, something happens, we just say, I feel lost and depressed. I'm going to share a great thought-provoking principle from the Course in Miracles that helps us to understand more about when we question, who am I or what am I, especially when you're feeling lost in life and those life challenges are just getting in the way. Hey everyone, James Nussbaumer, and thanks for joining me in another episode of Everyday Miracles Moment on video. And today let's dive into overcoming feeling lost and alone by going beyond these life challenges. We all have had at times when we're feeling lost and alone, and it seems to rule us. I mean, those times when we are crying inside and saying to ourselves, I feel lost and depressed. By the way, keep in mind as you're listening to me that in the description area down below here at YouTube is an access link called Bring My Dreams to Reality. It offers you a free ebook and a free video that is very powerful on a man's story of overcoming just tremendous adversity and now a multimillionaire living in the UK. So I hope that you access that. It's quite powerful. But let me go on by saying, but many of these times though, when we are reviewing or going over the errors and the mistakes in our life, trying to see a newer path, perhaps looking closely at poor decisions we made and what went wrong, it's healing to open your mind and face these wounds head on for what they are, instead of berating ourselves and beating our heads against the wall over these confused feelings and life challenges that we're trying desperately to overcome. It is certainly true that we just won't begin to feel better until we recognize this crash for what it is and let go of it. By the way, read more at my blog on this very subject about feeling lost and alone and going beyond life challenges, a detailed article that I'd written myself. The link to that article is also in the description area down below here at YouTube. But also in my first book of the series, in my first book of the series called The Master of Everything, A Story of Mankind in the World of Illusion We Call Life, I discuss feeling lost and alone, some of my experiences of prison life, but many of them I really didn't dwell on too much, and some I'll never mention because they really don't matter. But I hope that you'll pick up that book and find how within your heart, how you can truly come over these life challenges as I did. But I described in one instance, I described feeling lost and alone, like it was like from a way of thinking that I just couldn't get out of myself. I just was feeling terribly lost and alone. But in order for me to heal, I had to experience what I call in the book as an undoing of old patterns of thinking, which had been a tremendous transformation initiated and then guided by a part of me that eternally lives. Actually, it's not a part of me, it's the wholeness of me. And it was a tremendous transformation. The process for overcoming feeling lost and alone necessarily did require a certain stripping away of humanistic ego-based thoughts that are built on fear, guilt, and doubt, in order to bring on new patterns which are truly who am I, truly of who am I and what I am. The Course in Miracles gives us this wonderful spiritual metaphysical principle that states, the distractions of the ego may seem to interfere with your learning, but the ego has no power to distract you unless you give it power to do so. Now, I'm going to repeat that because many of you have said that you like to jot these down, so I've included this in the description area down below as well. But the Course in Miracles states, the distractions of the ego may seem to interfere with your learning, but the ego has no power to distract you unless you give it the power to do so. That just makes tremendous sense, and every time I feel confused, I go to that principle, and it just clears things up for me. So let's talk about you when you're feeling lost and confused. I began an inward journey myself that was telling me that it will continue as long as I'm here on this earth, because it was taking me where I must go. It's a journey about not only who I am, but also about what I am. and it answers, what am I? I can tell you it is peaceful, it is blissful, and it is so exciting. And I can tell you again that I can tell you, that you can experience the same process for healing and overcoming feeling lost and alone as I did. Yes, it's available to you too, regardless of your circumstances. So, with that being said, I hope that you start on a path of healing by letting go of the fear and the doubt and the guilt that's causing you that is imprisoning your own self from being set free to the wholeness and the beauty that you really are. I hope this makes sense, and I hope it hit home with you. If you're feeling lost and confused, I hope it lent you some sort of comfort. By the way, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would love to have you as a subscriber. And as always, to get over feeling lost and confused, start focusing on the inner beauty that is within you, the inner light of who you truly are, and learn to begin reflecting that inner beauty to the material world, making your life situation filled with happiness and success. As always, until next time, God bless.